Urbanization and gentrification both play powerful roles in shaping personal, social, and cultural identity, especially in cities where people live, work, and form communities. One way is shaping a sense of belonging. Urban spaces are tied to how people see themselves. Neighborhoods, local landmarks, and cultural hubs all contribute to a person's identity. As areas urbanize and grow, new opportunities arise, new businesses, housing, and communities which can create new urban identities around progress, diversity, or modern living. A second way is cultural identity through place. Cities often reflect a blend of cultures, ethnicities, and lifestyles. In urbanized spaces, people may form their identity through exposure to different cultures, subcultures, or movements. In the example of music scenes, activism, fashion, gentrification, however, can disrupt this. As wealthier groups move in, long-standing communities may be pushed out, and their cultural identity may be erased or replaced, raising questions about whose identity is valued in urban spaces. A third way is class and social identity. Gentrification highlights divisions in class identity. New residents might see themselves as progressive or urban pioneers, while long-time residents may feel their working class identity is under threat. This tension can both reinforce and challenge how individuals or communities define themselves within a changing city.
The topic of modern Britain is a multifaceted discussion with many interesting debates to be had. However, gentrification was a topic that hit close to home for all of us. There are many places around the UK which have experienced effects of gentrification, but London stuck out to us the most as that's where our home is. Objectively, gentrification is not a bad idea at all, as it can allow for potential economic growth, environmental improvements, and reduced crime rates. However, it would be naive to think that this process can take place and keep all parties satisfied. As the capital of England, London has been prone to gentrification in order to help the economy and public image, and whilst this is great, we cannot forget the people who came before and who helped build and maintain a community for decades prior. A generation of people that were responsible for the new wave of British subculture was the Windrush generation. The Windrush generation came over after the Second World War and massively influenced every area they stepped foot in. They gave Britain a sense of fresh air from their music, food shops, and local businesses. Some of the places we managed to capture footage in are some of the original areas in London which were inhabited by the Windrush generation. It's become clear that whilst these places have drastically improved in terms of their economy and their safety, there has been a discussion on whether the culture is being eroded in front of our very eyes for financial gain. Unfortunately, many believe that they have been priced out of their original areas for younger and wealthier residents. So whilst we believe gentrification is important for the progression of an area and that modern Britain will have to move forward through these processes, we believe it is vital to be mindful of those who came before and the situations they have been left in by those in power.
Regarding the topic of our project, we believe it's important to talk about the impact of London's urban city life, since London's urban city life has a profound impact on its residents, infrastructure, and environment. As one of the largest and most economically powerful cities in Europe, London has experienced rapid urbanization over the past century, becoming a hub for finance, culture, and education, and international migration. This urban growth has created a city full of opportunity, but it has also introduced a range of challenges that shape the daily lives of those who live and work there. The fast-paced nature of life in the capital can be both exhilarating and exhausting. For many, London represents possibility, a place where careers can flourish, creativity thrives, and people from around the world come together. However, the pressures of maintaining a lifestyle in such a competitive and expensive city can have a significant impact on mental health, social connection, and overall quality of life. One of the most visible impacts of urban city life in London is on housing and affordability. The demand for property has driven up rent and house prices, making it difficult for many residents to find secure, affordable accommodation. This is particularly true for students, young professionals, and lower income families who are often pushed into overcrowded or poorly maintained housing. Gentrification in many areas has resulted in the displacement of long-standing communities, changing the social fabric of entire boroughs. As traditional local businesses and cultural landmarks are replaced with luxury developments and chain stores, concerns about losing the city's identity and inclusivity grow.